everyone. It's Stamp Ventures with Shauna. Welcome to my Tuesday tutorial. That's on a Wednesday this week. Let's see, it's Wednesday, June 16th at around 9:07 p.m. in the evening. And I think I'm going live, and I'll just queue up here with my iPad. And welcome to you all who are just hopping on, and if you're catching this as a replay, welcome to the replay. I hope you like the card idea. This again is based on my mystery card that I did this week, and some of you have already seen my final results, but I'm going to show you how I put this together, and I'm going to show you another little twist on it that steps it up a little bit, makes it a bit more of a wow. And I got this idea from my friend Lisa Henderson. Lisa lives near Kingston, Ontario, and I thought this is fun and it's easy, and it's a fun fold, but it makes really good use of the half sheet of cardstock. So I'll get to that in just a few minutes. Hello, welcome. For reminders tonight, I'm just going to remind everyone that the mini catalog, this January through June or spring occasions catalog, is coming to an end, and there are things that are already sold out of here, but there are some things that are still available. And I've had a couple people contact me and say, hey, are you going to have this in your garage sale, or will you have that from the mini catalog in your garage sale? And I won't have a ton of things available in my garage sale from here, but there will be a few things. But a couple of things that I was asked about, I don't have them. I didn't happen to purchase them from this, but they are still available when you go online, and some of them are even at a discount too. Some things are 50% off, up to 50% off. So make sure you take a look online, see what the items are that are discounted. You never know. Like I think this one set of dies was close to half price. So you wouldn't be able to get it any better than that from my garage sale if I did have it in the first place. So take a check and make sure you know which items are discounted. I just lost my train of thought. Train, go away. Yeah. I was going to say something else about this too. Oh, yeah. Speaking of losing my train of thought, when I got my product shares together for the in-color product shares, I've just been pulling them together and cutting ribbon and all that this past few days, I realized I ordered the wrong color of the Designer Series papers. Paper stack? What do they call it? It's the one, hang on, it's this one with all the colors, the different colors in the family. You know, they should call it the All in the Family pack. So, in color Designer papers, Designer Series paper, yeah. But, okay, as you can see, this is last year's designer paper that I ordered. This is the 2020-2022 Designer Series paper, and I was supposed to order the 2021 to 2023 Designer Series paper. So that means I have to put in another order through this week. If anybody finds anything online that's on sale, or just something that's still available in the mini catalog and you want to order, get in touch with me. Let's see, today is Wednesday. Probably by Friday at noon. Get a hold of me, and I can add, if you're in the Moose Jaw area, I can add your item to my order here, and you can get on the group shipping. So even if it's just something little, you know, some small package of embellishments or something that's only like $7 or $8, you don't want to have to pay $9.95 in shipping for that. So you could get the 10% shipping, which would be like 70 or 80 cents or whatever. You might want to take a look too at, I haven't looked at it myself lately, but you might want to take a look at the clearance rack, because you always find good deals on there too. So just to let you know, yeah, Friday at noon, I'll be placing an order, and I think those were the only reminders reminders I had for tonight, and welcome to a few more who have hopped on. And I'm going to turn the camera around now. We'll get started with creating the card. All right, and here we go. Well, I think I better take a drink too because I'm feeling rather dry right now. I had my second vaccination for COVID, the Pfizer vaccination, on Monday morning. In the last couple of days, I've been a little hot and cold with my body temperature and not the greatest, a little bit achy, and I'm starting to feel a lot better though. But yeah, I've been drinking a lot of water, hoping that that's helping to keep my body strong and get this vaccine working to its maximum, but feel good too. So, okay, all right, we're set to go. Here we go. Oop, a little bit jiggly here. I'll cover the lens so they don't make you too seasick. And let's see if that's close. Oh, pretty close. I think I need to move my stand just a little bit more to the left. We're going to do the shuffle to the left dance here. Wiggle, 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 shuffle. That's a little better. There we go. Okay. I'm sure. There we go. Just got the earbuds plugged in. I'm sure some of you have seen this on Facebook. You can be put into the hourglass and still be included in family game night. I thought that was pretty classic. All right. So the card we're going to do today, well, it's not going to look exactly like this when I'm done. I'm going to do a variation on it, and then I'll show you Lisa's card because the idea for this is based off of the swap card I received from Lisa Henderson. So to get started, you need a card base of 11 inches long by 4 1/4 inches wide, and I don't know where my other little piece is, but you cut away 2 pieces here at the bottom of it that are exactly the same size. I better move there we go. Move my iPad around so that I can see some comments as they come through. Hi, Sue. Hello, Emmy. Hi to Lydia if you're still there. Oh, okay. Yeah, you have a good night too, Emmy. All right. Talk to you later. Okay, so I'm going to start right from the very beginning. A very good place to start. Boo. What song is that from? I know it's from The Sound of Music. Do, re, mi. That's it. Okay, we're doing the do, re, mi's of card making here. Start at the very beginning. So just cut this in half at 4 1/4. When I posted this card after my Mystery Card Monday, there was comments about how nice and bright and colorful the ice cream is. And I really like this color combo. If you're looking for bright and fun and summery and sort of yummy colors, this is Granny Green Apple, Magenta Madness, and Mango Melody. They're a really fun color combination. So you can keep those 3 in mind. Hello to Karen. Thanks for hopping on. Okay, so this won't take too long. This is a quick and easy card, and I have one question for those of you who are watching. If you've seen this card before, I would really be interested in hearing what they call this particular fun fold, because I don't know if there's an official name for it or not. I just called it an easy fun fold. That's the title of this video right now on Facebook. When I upload it to YouTube, I might try to find the real name for this kind of a card. And so if you see what it's called, if you see something out there, and there might be various names for it, because that's the way it goes with some of these fun folds, but let me know, because I'm kind of interested. Oh, hello, Nicole. Yes, I am starting to feel a lot better. You got your shot yesterday. Yeah, sore and sleepy, achy. Yesterday, I took some Advil, just after lunch. I took some Advil and I laid down and had the best nap of my life. And I still wasn't 100%, by last night, and maybe even this morning I was a little bit off, but it's getting there. Yeah, so it's good to know my body's immune system is responding and it's practicing being really strong and immune. Okay, so I better focus here. I'm going to cut away a piece that's 1.5 inches wide, and I need to cut away 2 of those. So, okay, there we go. Let's get this straight. 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches. Okie doke. So there are the 2 pieces that I need. I also need to score this, and just as like a regular tall folding card, you need to score it at 5.5. So like that, and make sure I grip the right blade for scoring. There we are. Okay, and you know what? While I'm here, and I've got my paper trimmer here, I'm going to cut some designer series paper. Now, as some of you heard my sad story at the beginning, I ordered a few packages of this for the In Color paper share, and I was really supposed to order this year's colors and not last year's colors. Last year's colors are still current. It's just that they've been around for a year. And so for any of you who did get this paper share and accidentally got this color paper, the other paper will be coming, just take note that the cinnamon cider paper is really good for punching out the ice cream cone, because it's kind of got those diagonal markings just like an ice cream cone does. Now, if you've got the stamp set, it's, where is my stamp set? Oh, I think I see it over there. I just got to reach with a really long arm. The stamp set does have some little diagonal lines that you can stamp on top of the cone so that it does get that look of the, I don't know what they'd call it, the cone markings look, but it's in a pinch. It's handy to know that this paper will work too. So those of you who've got bonus paper, there's one idea for it already. And I'm going to use some magenta for the card I'm making tonight. And let me see, I have to decide between the patterns here because we've got 4 to choose from. This card's got a few different colors going on it. The one I make tonight is going to be monochromatic. I don't know if it's going to be, I don't know how it's going to look. I'm kind of free stamping with this. We'll see. It might be a little bit more boring than this one that's all colorful, but what I want you to see is how this card comes together with just an extra layer in there, and it surprised me how, oh yeah, that's just such a cool idea. I would never have thought of it. Let's see. Maybe I'll just go with this side, the opposite of the plaid, the diagonal lines. So I want a layer of designer paper for here and a layer of designer paper for there. And so I'm going to need 4 inches wide. So it's just a little bit narrower than the 4 1/4. So 4 inches wide. And then I like it because the measurements are easy to remember. For the top part, the measurement is 2 1/4. So that will just label onto there. And let's see, there we go. I've got a clothespin that I like to be able to hold things in place so I can kind of see where I'm at with the card. And then 1 1/4 is the other measurement. So 2 1/4 and 1 1/4, easy to remember. And then the other measurement is cut 1.5 twice off the end. So there we go. There's the basic idea for our card. I'm going to glue those together right now so they're going to be in their spots, and I can move the paper trimmer out of the way. So for those of you who just hopped on, I mentioned that on Friday I'm going to be placing an order to get the right color of designer paper that I made that I mistakenly ordered wrong the first time. So if anybody has something little that they wanted to add on from the discontinued items or the clearance rack or from the new annual catalog, let me know and I can add that on to the order. Just Friday at noon I'd need to know by. I think this might be a little crooked, but there you go. Okie doke. Now, just holding that shut tight. And these two pieces will layer together. I'm going with, I think it's sort of it's like a, I don't know, a mosaic design, I don't know. But it is kind of like a little flower on here too. And so I think that the flower makes it a little bit summery. And I'm going to be using the ice cream set again here. So an ice cream seems summery. But instead of using the cone and the ice cream, I'm going to do the popsicle this time. Oh, I went wild with my adhesive there. I think it's going to be sticking out the edge. Push it back just a little. There we go. Ooh, still sticking out a little. There we go. Okay. So that's going to lay here. And what I did with this card is I took this other piece that was cut off and put some adhesive here and here and some adhesive here, maybe a little bit here along these edges. And then with this bottom matched up along the bottom edge here, I laid it down like that. And then I glued some ice cream cone pieces on it. And that's basically a quick and easy way to do this fun fold. But like I said, the card that I got from my friend Lisa showed another way to do this, which I thought was really cool. And actually, it's going to make the card a little bit sturdier and reinforce it a bit more. So, okay, I hope I can do this right. Let's see here. I think probably the easiest way is to, just lay this extra piece on the inside like this. And I'm going to, I don't know, about a finger's width from the edge here. I'm going to glue this down. So this is going to be basically on the inside of the card, just like that. So yeah, a little bit different instead of having that piece on the outside. And then I need to glue this down here and make sure that the bottom of my card is all lined up so that it'll stand up in a tent fold. Hello to Linda and to Sheila if you're still there, a few more who have hopped on. Okay, put a little bit here. Hopefully I'm close to around the right place with that. Ooh, I might need to scooch my adhesive over just a little bit. There, okay. Now, the matchup. Bottom of the front with the bottom of the back. And, okay. So, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the popsicle. And I've cut a shape out from, I cut a shape from the Stitch So Sweetly Dies. Just this big one here. I don't know if this is going to be a very good shape for this particular image, but I'm going to try it and see how it turns out. I think it'll work out okay. Yeah. And it's going to go right on top. And it's going to cover up this little piece here and the back. Plus, it's going to add like that extra layer. There'll be 2 layers of the cardstock there that will help to keep it a little bit more firm and secure. Now, I just realized something. In my haste to get ready for this video, I grabbed our regular white basic white cardstock. And what I should have done is what I did with this card. I used our thick basic white cardstock, and that's a lot better for a card that has a little bit more cutouts on it and needs to be reinforced some more. So if you're doing this, you might want to keep that in mind. That, I mean, you can see it's going to work and come together with the regular basic white, but the extra thick would be so much better. Okay, so in keeping with the monochromatic, we're going to stamp a Magenta Madness popsicle. And I've found when I do my popsicles, I like to do, this is just a personal choice, but I like to do the darker color with the bottom piece, and then the lighter color with the top piece of the popsicle. And I'm just going to use some Magenta Madness both times. Well, you know though, what stamps have I got right by me that I could maybe do some, look at this. We've got a Highland Heather right here. I think Magenta and Highland Heather could be like, woo, let's make this a pretty, I was going to just do it all in one magenta color, but I think this will look pretty cool if we throw in some Highland Heather into the popsicle too. So, okay, I've got my foam mat under here so I can really push into the cardstock and get a good image with my photopolymer stamp. There we go. Oh my gosh. Woo! That's a beauty of a pink popsicle. I'm going to stamp my excess off here because I want to show you, actually, the neat thing about these popsicles is you can make tall popsicles or short popsicles depending on how tall and long your paper is. So I'm going to do a short popsicle here, but if you want to make your popsicle tall, you can move the top part up a bit so that you've got an even longer and taller popsicle. And then there's a bunch of different stamps in the stamp set, and I can't even figure out where I set the case. Oh, I think I see it over here. You can, there's a bit of empty space here, but you can kind of fill in with some of these blotchy things and add to the popsicle that way if you don't like that empty space in the middle. But I'm going to make mine a short popsicle because there's not a lot of room on this little die. So, and I think I'm gonna just stamp off a little gently. Yeah, and there I've huffed on it. So I'm going to make it about like that tall. And you can see the darker color through really well. It's always nicer to start with the darker color to layer. Okay. That's a wowzer. Maybe I should have gone for the darker purple. Now I'm second guessing myself. Okay, I've got an extra piece here. Let's do it with full strength in both and see which one we think. Oh, I just stuck that in the wrong color. Okay. Here we go. Oh, beauty. Full strength magenta. And now I need to clean off the magenta that I got on the top. And this time I'll do full strength Highland Heather. Just, I'm looking at the sides and like lining up the sides and going like that. There we go. Yeah, I think I like the full strength Highland Heather. It's gives it a little bit more to the popsicle there. But just to compare, here's what I was originally thinking of doing, and I do for a lot of the popsicles that I've made. I've done full strength of the base color, the bottom color, and then I've taken the same color, stamped off, and just done a lighter tone like that, which kind of makes it look more like probably a real popsicle. But if you want a funky popsicle in two-toned colors, you have that option too. This is kind of nice. Let's see. I'm going to put the popsicle stick on the bottom. I'll put it on the bottom of both of these, and then I'll make a decision which one to use. I've got cinnamon cider here is a quick go-to for the popsicle stick, which I don't know. I guess it would be pretty much similar to what kind of that wood tone color of a popsicle stick. But the cinnamon cider is just so awesome for the cones in this stamp set. Okay. Oh, I better stand up, see if I can kind of sort of match where I want to be. Okay, there's the two-tone. And there's the single tone. Okay. Move this out of the way. Now, I have to decide. Ooh, that purple looks pretty nice with the pink. Does make it pop. Or there's that one. So, for those of you who are watching, A is all pink, or B is both pink and purple. Maybe let me know what your take on it is. A is all pink. Just type it into the messages there in the comments. Or B is both pink and purple. Oh, we've got some B's coming through. Oh, all right. B, B, B. All right. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. So I'm going to grab dimensionals. And I know for sure that all of this is going to get covered up, so I can layer those on right there. And then I'll add a couple more to keep it sturdy at either end. And the sentiment in Highland Heather too. Awesome. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking now once I've introduced another color, I might need to use it in some other places on the card too. Awesome. Thank you, Terry. Okay. So there we go. And the words and what I used for here. Oh, actually, You Melt My Heart. That works really well for the ice cream too, those words. So I'll probably use those ones again. You melt my heart. Okay, let's see if I've got ink on that still. No, it seems like it's clean from last time. I don't know if you guys, do you ever do that? Do you ever like look at a stamp and go, oh, I can't remember if I cleaned it or not, and then like huff on it and check and see if the moisture releases any ink? That's the way I usually roll. Well, not usually. If it's been sitting out and I just can't remember from last time if it was cleaned, that's what happens. Okay, so You melt my heart. And there. All right. And then my other thought, because they say it's always good, if you can, to do things in threes. So I've got 1, 2. I need a third thing in purple. I'm hoping that this is in my case here. There's a little drop, popsicle, melty popsicle drip that I'm going to grab, and we could make a couple purple drips coming down from the popsicle. What would have worked really well, if I'd thought of it ahead of time, is if I'd angled the popsicle a little bit, then it would really look like drips coming off the side of it. But I'll just have these coming down. Let's see. Oh, I better be careful because I'm working with dimensionals underneath. This could be interesting. I think I can. We'll try there. See if I can get a little drip going there. There. Maybe I'll just stop at that one. I think that's going to be good. All right. Okay. So super easy, super quick. Love that it's 1.5 and 1.5, and then you just have to remember 1 1/4 and 2 1/4 for the widths of the designer paper. One of the last things that I like to do now, I might have put them away. No, I didn't. Here they are. I like the look of these opal rounds. I was going to call them opalescent, but they're opal rounds. And to me, they look icy. They've got that shimmery, clear look to them. And so they work, in my mind, they work really well with ice cream and popsicles and things like that. So I think I'm going to put an opal round somewhere. You can put DSP on the inside to hide the strip too. Oh, Terry, yeah, I love that idea. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm going to have to pay you to watch and leave comments on my videos. That's awesome. Okay. All right. So, this was, yeah. Actually, this was the piece that I cut from. So, and that will actually sturdy it up even more too, won't it? Okay, so going to trim this down to 2 1/4. There we go. And then I need one more. So basically what this is going to do, remember how I started with that 6x6 piece of DSP? Wow, this is going to use the piece really well. There's not going to be a whole lot left of it. Basically, look at this. Okay, so that's 4. There's going to be this chunk left. And, oh, okay, all of you gals who got my In Color paper share, this is a really good one for using that 6x6 DSP. So these pieces are left, and I could probably find a way to use them on my card too. I think we're going to be able to come up with something. And then, well, this piece, but I mean, you could use it if you want, but I don't feel guilty recycling when it's something that's that tiny and small. All right. Neat card. Oh, thanks, Brenda. Well, here, I will show you, before we go any further here, the card that I learned this idea from. So my friend Lisa Henderson from Ontario swapped with me and a few other demonstrators, and I just thought, oh, that was so cool how she got that penguin to stay there, and how did she get it to be so sturdy? And then when I opened up, I'm like, oh, there's that piece. That piece that used to be there is now going across and kind of holding it in place in a very tricky way that you don't even really notice it. And I don't have this particular punch. So I thought, well, I'll try. There, you didn't have to use this one. There are so many other punches and so many die shapes that you could you could glue there. And she did use a little bit of dimensionals to pop her puffin up. He's a cutie. I think this is one of the new stamps sets from the annual catalog. And then I liked how she did the layering here. She's got the little birthday cake and the "You're the best." Mine is kind of simpler, just with, one set of words and not a whole lot going on. But I like how she did the two-tone there, the layering the two different stamps. So that was the inspiration from Lisa, and I was really excited to get that in the mail and try it out. And then with Terry here suggesting to do the layers on the inside, and you can cover up that strip. Oh, this is the best. All right. This is why I like to stamp and create and try all these fun things. Okie doke. Here we go. Just get this somewhat lined up. Ah, love it. Excellent. So it makes it pretty to open up on the inside too. You melt my heart. I feel like I want to put a couple more of those. So we talked about before working in threes. I feel like I want to put a couple more of these opal rounds on. Can't just go with one, right? Melt my heart. There's one there, and I don't know, something like that. There we go. Threes make it feel, I don't know, it just feels a little bit more finished or done, something like that. So yeah, Karen, there's a few different variations that for a fairly simple card, and I think if I stuck with it and kept playing with it, there'd probably be more things that we could do. And when I made this initial card here, I just felt like, okay, the ice cream is just a little bit wide for that strip. If the strip underneath was a little bit wider, it might have looked a little bit more balanced with the sizing and the shape. But I thought, no, I'll just stick with it for now, just to show how you can do it just easy peasy with that one piece that you've cut out. But you can also layer it and do different shapes that you add on into there. And I think if I was going to do this one again, I would tip my popsicle to one side or another, just to make it a little bit, again, give a little bit more interest, and because everything else is kind of going up and down and up and down. So I think the angle on the popsicle would add a little bit more excitement to the card. But there you go. There is a card that I think all of you can, play with, pull out your things. You can do it in a flash, and you'll have some cards good to go for your next birthdays and the summer events that are coming up. I'm sending hi and hellos out to your friends in the mail. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's stamping, and thanks for hanging out with me here. And just a reminder that if you did have something that you wanted to add on to my order for the group shipping on Friday, just get in touch with me by lunchtime on Friday. So thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye for now.